Good morning, everyone. It's around, what time is it now? It's about 6 a.m., 6:18. I've been up like a little before 4:30 because, well, sunrise too early. Um, I may not even edit this video just to make it simple. It might probably be the only video, maybe, that I will not be editing and uploading. Just want to give you an update of my gardens. Um, yeah, I haven't edited all the other videos. Um, so, in any case, this is the current situation of my garden, and it used to be quite messy. And this is messy, I know. This place used to be empty, but it's my part of my garden now. In any case, so here's my succulents, and there are some in there in the kitchen. Yep. So she is blooming. My pot is doing relatively well, apart from Black Knight. I have two Black Knights, so I have replaced this from the kitchen because the original one had a root rot. So I took these three out, gave them a good wash, and I actually did use some granule and insecticide to prevent further mealybugs. However, I'm still constantly checking on this pot. So flower stalks growing really long. This used to be together in this pot until I decided to split them up like a month or two ago, and I think that's the best decision because it has pups. And well, not sure you can see, it's kind of filling up the pot a bit. Can you imagine both of them together? And yeah, it's doing quite well. They didn't have any flower stalks, but now they do. I do suspect that there's a flower stalk. Can you see it? Can you see the flower stalk in the center? I think they're supposed to go dormant though, because it's summer. I think it's a summer dormant plant. Yep. And my cranberry. Yeah, I never think my dahlias would grow, especially this one, but it's finally growing, so I'm really looking forward to it. My chili is doing very well. This is a sweet chili. Anyway, main purpose of why I want to do this video is because of this little guy. I really do not want to do this, but I think I have to for the sake of him. This is a flower stalk, a Venus flytrap. Most likely it is. It really looks like one. And it takes up a lot of energy to grow a flower stalk, so I am quite worried that it might die on me. So yep, I don't want to do this, but I have to. Oh, there it goes. I feel so sad. Flowers. What am I gonna do to this? What's that? What's that white thing? It's not focusing. Okay, I have no idea what's that white stuff, but you know what? I'm just gonna leave the flower stalk here. These are my extra morning glories, and they're supposed to go in a pot. I do have a video where I'm going to make like a topiary kind of thing, but haven't gotten around to do that. Many other things I need to do, and it's flowering despite being in a temporary pot. How amazing is that? And look at my sundews. cool. It was really black. Do you see that? Oops. So it was really black because it was catching too many flies. So I had to literally cut them off. And wow, look, it bounced back. So it grew a lot back. Like seriously, they look so terrible. I had to cut almost everything off. I almost didn't think it would survive, but it did. This is an interesting one. The flowers have died off, but they're very cute flowers actually. This is a very sad corner, yet happy, because this azalea is completely trimmed down, renovation trim, to like there were completely no leaves, no small branches. Yeah, and it grew back. It basically grew back. It's a jungle again. And this used to be cleared. I cleared everything, but as you can see, this is the site now. I don't like it. I have to clear it. I have to find time to do it, but it has been raining, so yeah. And this tray used to be where my creeping time was, and yeah, I just left it there now. I'm lazy to deal with it. So yeah, I know it's not exactly the neatest thing. Strawberries are going really crazy. If you tell me it's having too many runners, and I'm not sure if this runner will survive, but look, this fella tried to grow in my chili pot. Look, it was trying to root itself in my chili planter, which is quite funny. And that, to be honest, I have no idea what plant is that, but I found it here when it was a teeny weeny plant and it grew bigger. I didn't know what was it. I was curious, so I just decided to plop it down in that planter there with my tubers. Those are my muscari and hyacinths, which are dormant now. I'm not sure if they're rotting because it has been really wet. Mint corner, mojito mint, pineapple mint, and chocolate mint, doing very well. Yeah, as I mentioned, strawberries going crazy with all the runners. There are around 8 runners here, around 4 runners in each on each plant. So I've actually planted 2 of the bigger runners here, umbilical cord method. Yeah, just in case. Eventually I'll cut them off, but this guy has another baby runner and is trying to root itself. Maybe it's time to cut it off because it's turning black. I think it's due to overwatering maybe. So this is my Takano Tsume. Okay, you know what? I'm not going to attempt to pronounce it, but I will show you. So, hot pepper. So this is the name. It's basically hawk claws. They call it hawk claws. And it came with, I mean, if this was a seedling, there were 2 of them in a pot, and it only cost like 149 yen. These babies, literally, they're growing now. They're actually seeds from supermarket hot claw chilies. I didn't expect them to germinate because I've been trying for the longest time. They didn't germinate until around April, and suddenly it just felt like pop, germinating, and I've been trying to germinate them for months. So I've actually reported 3 of them. So yeah, there are some baby ones. They're too small. I haven't reported them yet, and you know, I have no space. These are grown from Daiso seeds. So I thought it was shishito, but my Facebook community for the gardening group, they say it's not shishito. So I've harvested one yesterday, but yeah, they say it's not shishito. So it's growing downwards though, the chilies. Okay, that's one small chili there. Oh, the other one is, that one is chili as well. And my Senesio's string of whatever's doing very well. That's string of ruby. That's my string of dolphins, and my string of pearls, variegated, very beautiful, normal string of pearls. The variegation actually turns pink when the sunlight is really strong, but you know, there's no sun these days. And here is my herb garden. So yeah, you know what, I should have trimmed these while it's growing. Now it's too stalky and it's not bushy enough, and I don't have any more dill seeds, unfortunately. Yeah, it's trying to produce seeds, and I've been trying to cut the seeds off and break the top off, but it keeps growing more seed pods. So you know what, maybe I'll just, is it not going to focus? You know, maybe I'll just leave it alone and let it do its thing. This is holy basil, and this is Thai basil, which is my favorite. Stunted, I mean, it grew, but I wish it was bushier. I've actually trimmed this down, but it's not growing as big as I wanted it to. Probably sunlight issues. Sweet basil, I've decided to just, you know, since it's rainy season, just spread out the leftover seeds I have, and boom, came out. Rosemary seeds, I didn't expect them to go, but they did, because none of my rosemary seeds germinated previously. These were actually done from cuttings from the supermarket. Sage, which was got from nursery. Oregano from the nursery. Pakji, cilantro. So I had the main plant, which I cut away because it was looking really sad. I just spread the seeds, and look, it's amazing. Okay, these thyme are from cuttings as well. And my petunias are looking really sad. I've been beheading marigolds. Yes, I do leave them on the ground. You know, they go back to the ground, they fertilize the ground. And yep, my peppers are growing, and I might want to remove that yellow leaf just in case. Okay, and yes, I do leave them on the ground, but not in the main plot. Yeah, petunias, I trim them back a lot, hoping that they'll just regenerate when the sun comes back up. Yes, they look really sad. I'm so sorry. I've transferred them from the other side. They were thriving. Wishbone, Toranius, really thriving. Lemongrass, I'm not sure. It's growing longer, but it's not spreading. I have no idea what are these called, but they have grown a lot. I'm supposed to dig that out. I haven't. And then more of my morning glories over there. Finally put the pavement on, and I'm trying to let my creeping thyme spread. So hopefully they do a good job at spreading. I'm still trying to level these stones. I'm not too happy with some of them, like that. You see, I don't like that. Angel's earrings could need more sunlight. It's not growing tall. I'm not too happy about that. That is growing tall, which is good, because the flowers keep touching the ground and it gets dirty. I don't like it. She is going crazy. So lavenders are doing really, really well. Okay, I see my first rot. Okay, I think because it's too wet. So I need to do a good job for that. So I need to get stronger scissors for that. Yeah, my first rot of the season. Definitely because there's too much rainwater. Amelia is still thriving. I do have one little succulent here, which is a Lomani ice plant. This was an experiment. It worked. It's kind of thriving. This will eventually be my succulent garden, hopefully. So I have to dig out all the snowflakes, which is underground now. Yeah, another experiment. Another Lamani here. So Maria is doing quite well. Buttercups, I'm not sure if they're dead or dormant. Petunias and hydrangeas, which are rooting inside for the longest time. Some are not doing well, most are not doing well, but who knows, right? More succulents here. Yep, so it's growing new babies, which are really cool. This is the actual Lamani and basic chrysalis. I've cut these off from the main plant, and look, it's it's growing again. So yep, it's growing new shoots. So I've tried experimenting, beheading them, and they are kind of growing new babies. Aurora jelly bean. This is the original plant, and I've cut some. I still have some in the kitchen. Graptavera, I think. Debbie, I'm not sure. I've forgotten. Let's see our petunias. Ooh, hello, morning glory. They look like more. They look like petunias, right? So, okay. Yeah, I've trimmed them back a lot, as you can see, so they are not looking fantastic because I was hoping to just refresh them. So I really trimmed them back a lot. There are a lot of like dead growths inside, so they are like growing themselves to death inside. So I don't know. I hope this serious trim actually would revive them when there's more sun. These morning glories are very tiny. There's one more there. I've just planted these yesterday from those pots over there, those black pots, because it's tiny but it's having flowers. I'm like, okay, I have to put them in the ground. I have no choice. So these are new. They've just put in from the pot, so they're trying to grow. This morning glory, this particular one, it bloomed once and it was a different color, very beautiful, like purple. So yeah, I'm not sure if it's a different type. These morning glory plants, well, basically the seeds are given to me by my neighbor over there. So I have no idea what colors they are because they are given by the school. Yeah, basically her son's, a little son's school gave them seeds, and it's a Japanese tradition to give morning glory seeds during near summer. Accidentally broke her when I was trying to train her, so but I think she'll still grow. Yep, hopefully they're not. Oh, did it break? Did it break? Oh dear, it broke. Okay. Well, train them eventually. So, oh, snapdragons, I know it's weird. I've just reported these snapdragons yesterday. I'm not sure if they're gonna survive because it's off season. It's ridiculous. They showed up late as well. They only started growing when the morning glories decided to sprout. very late, so I'm not sure if they'll survive because I don't think it's their season now. Suzuran has that fruit, little fruit. I have no idea how it works. I have been trying to weed this area a lot as well. Lots of fish mint, which I really don't like. And yeah, oh yeah, these are my snapdragons. So they were from this Daiso, like maybe biodegradable cardboard containers, which are great, you know, because they grow through them. So yeah, so these are my snapdragon seeds which decided to sprout suddenly. So yeah, 20 minutes unedited video. I'm not sure if you'll like it. This is just the current state of my garden, and trust me, it took me a while to reach this stage. I've been doing a lot. I haven't posted all the older videos which I've done of how it became to how it looks like now, like the front of the garden and even the back over here, because it used to look quite bad. It could be worse, especially in summer. Mosquito is a problem. However, even my hubby has noticed that there's less mosquitoes. So, okay, let me end this by going inside. Oh, these garlic are given by my neighbor, and apparently her dad grew it. It's awesome. And the scissors outside. Right. So these are my succulents. Okay, this is outside because it's finally losing its leaves. So I'm actually going to transfer it into my bathtub of lithops, which I'll show you. But these will hang around in its own pots and is losing its original leaves too. This is blooming. Focus. This is from my Hawathia. It's blooming. Very long stalk. Very long. And Aeonium, which is dormant in summer, so he has been losing a lot of petals because he's going to sleep. Sedums, I have no idea what this is called again. These are burritos, and this is supposed to be like pink, but you know there's not enough sunlight, so it doesn't produce that much pink ones. So it's called the pyramid something. I think it's a variegation form. This is also variegated. This is that's the name. That's like green turtle eggs. And then we have here, oh look at those beautiful, if you can focus, you see those beautiful lines? Yeah, supposed to repot some of these, but I don't have enough new pots. This is a cutting which I bought from the nursery. It's only 50 yen. So I do have some cuttings which I got from the nursery. I really love this. Fucaria, I think. Yeah, it looks like carnivorous plant, which I like. Yeah, I need to repot that. That's not cobwebs, and that's the name over there. So it's supposed to look like that. That's why I like it. And this is icicle. It's similar, but the fur is on the tips. And that's the panda plant. That's another Hawathia behind. This was a cutting as well. It's grew very well since. Another experiment from yep, the Lamani ice plants. And this is a woolly senecio. Yep. No idea what those names are, but it's so cute. It's furry. Yeah, I'm into furry plants. These were really small, but they grew somehow. You can't water these often. Like some of these you really can't water often. And especially during their dormancy, or they'll die. And yep, these are my really special um, succulents, which are they are my favorites. Yep, another one, the furry one. This is also a furry one. This is a Scorpio. It's a hybrid. So Titanosis, really beautiful. I have no idea what's that. You can read. Even the English name is hard to find sometimes. This Ebony. The colors will be stronger when they are exposed to stronger sunlight. Yep. This is a Crested Debbie. Very beautiful. I really love this as well. Looks lotusy. This is a variegated bear paw. Really cute, but looks a bit weak. I've just transplanted it yesterday. Oh, this is another variegated bear paw, but without the red lines. It's just yellow. So it's really cute. There are bear paws outside, by the way, the normal one. Let's turn this over. Yep, Panda, Hawarthier. See, they have like windows to let sunlight in. Yep, this is the name, Echeveria setosa. Spider legs. The topsy-turvy, really cute. This is Candlestick, very gay, variegated, but it's supposed to go dormant, so it's losing its leaves, but it used to be purple. Yeah, I like this. This used to have more like a purplish reddish edge, but it's gone green. They usually go green when they are not stressed out. You know, succulents, they tend to look more beautiful when they're stressed out. So they have stronger colors when they're stressed out. Like this will be really red, ebony, when it's stressed out. So these plants do not get enough sunlight recently, or they will just look really colorful. Alright, let me just switch this over. Okay. Here is my propagation tray. As you can see, I'm just testing them out. Some of them already have babies. Do you see those? Those are babies. And those are babies. Some only have roots, so some echeverias just don't produce seedlings, babies. Sometimes it's because they're just not ready. So, but eventually they may or may not produce little babies. But yeah, most of them, like, they only have roots. So if I'm lucky, I'll get little stuff like that, like these. Echeverias are a little tricky to propagate from leaves sometimes, I find. These are my Black Knights, and they are producing, surprisingly. Sedums produce very easily. Oh yeah, this is my other new Echeveria, which is a bit pinky. Yeah, so that's my tray. And my garden seal. That's not doing too well. I'm still trying to dry it out. That's Echeveria elegans. Yeah, I beheaded it and used to be in a pot. So I'm just letting it dry out now before I start rooting it again. The one that you see with babies outside, this is the head. So it's rooting. I know it looks limpy because the roots are not. It's growing roots, but it's not fully developed yet. Messems, which is like the Livingstone family. I'm rooting some stuff. That's pink primrose, by the way. I just got it from the street and it's rooting. And that's the dead stem of the elegance, which I'm still hoping it will survive. Wishful thinking. Another of my favorite. This is Fantasy, I think, which is a crassula. It's a succulent. When I bought it, it wasn't in perfect condition, but I really wanted this, and you know, this was like the only one left, so I have to cut them up and repot it. Aloe vera, and this is just a small portion of what you see over there. I took this out because it's a bit yellow, so just in case I took it out. My little lithops, which are thriving. Yeah, I'm going to transplant the other one which I mentioned over here. So there's a gap because of this, because I realized that they have slightly different water needs, so I decided to separate them in the end again. But yeah, these are doing very well in my JR containers. There's a bathtub. Yeah, this is the Black Knight, which I'm drying off now. So when there's not enough sunlight, it turns green. When there's enough sunlight, it remains black. So it's wrinkled because there's not enough water. I know more of my cubic frost leaves, which are dropped because I dropped it on the ground. And yeah, these are just my miniature propagation area. This is random because I've just added random stuff in there and it grew. That's one of my very first succulent as well. I recently cut it and replant it because it's getting too tall. And yeah, I'm rooting more herbs. That's my deal. I'm trying to root my deal, but I'm not sure if it's working. So okay. Oh yeah, I have smaller lithops. Just show you this. Look how cute they are. They're really tiny. Look. They're all doing very well. I think I almost killed them, but thank God, I think I saved them. So okay, 32 minutes. Let me end this video. It might be a bit too long, but in any case, thank you for your love. Hee hee. Bye.